Last day in Iceland. I've got a big day ahead of me. I've got Haifoss Waterfall to start with, and then after that I've got to go back to the Highlands. Finally going back to the Highlands, I've decided. Last day, gonna make the most of it. Okay, so I'm at Haifoss Waterfall. I can't wait to see what this looks like because I have seen pictures before and the sheer size of Haifoss really is the outstanding thing. It's just got a bit cold here, so I've had to revert to the old beanie on the head and chuck on a couple of gloves. It's just breathtaking here. And I'm all alone. I've got Haifoss Waterfall all to myself. Oh yes. Okay, I'm just coming up to it now. Oh my goodness. So just looking at this whole scene, oh sorry about the wind, I'm just going to turn around. It's quite windy here, so be careful on this edge. This edge is like, you go over the edge, you're a goner. It's like about 100 meters straight down to the bottom. But having a look at this scene, I've decided what I'm going to do is, because it's all so flat, I'm actually going to opt for a panorama. So probably at about, I don't know, 20 mil. And just do something like a 7 or 8 stitch so I can get the whole scene in. Anyway, let's give that a go. So what I've done now is I've ended up putting a landscape polarizer on the front of the lens just to give me that bit of cut through the glare there of that waterfall. It also really enriches the greens that are surrounding the waterfall and helps the water come out a bit better as well. It's taken the shine off the water and the shine off the rocks. I'm shooting at about f11 at about 1/10 of a second. That just gives me that little tiny bit of ghosting in the water. The thing is, when you turn up here, as you saw, you're so taken by the whole scene. It takes your breath away, and then you've got to think, oh hang on, I've got to get a picture. But yeah, this is something else. So I've got the panorama shot that I needed. Now I'm just getting a nice wide shot of Haifoss Waterfall itself. Just spectacular. Well, that's it for Haifoss. I'm now going to move on to the Highlands. Let's hit the road. So I'm back. I'm back to get that elusive shot. If you have a look at the last video that I made here, you'll see things just didn't turn out quite the way I wanted. But this time, I've got nice weather. It's a little cloudy, but it's just beautiful clouds and blue sky. So here's hoping this time I'm gonna get that shot that I really, really want. So I'm just at the base of this mountain now. Got some magic light across these beautiful, beautiful mountains. Have a look at this. Have a look at that light on those mountains. Absolutely beautiful. I love this place. There's something about it that just attracts me. Anyway, I better get going and get up there. Oh, a bit disappointed. They've actually had really, really strong rain here in the last couple of days because it's rainy season. And the bridge that goes across to the mountain is actually washed away. And I'm looking up at the mountain now, and actually half the trail has landslided. It's landslided down the mountain. So literally the track that I'd gone up there before, half of it is missing. But not to worry, not to worry. Look where I am. Look at how beautiful this spot is. I'm not disappointed. I can still get some amazing photos here, just not up high, that's all. But I still have my drone. I might get some nice drone shots. But what I am going to do is, and I've been wanting to do this, there's a really good steamy section over the backside here where I've got steam coming out of the mountain, and it's like volcanic type rock, very red, white, all those types of colors. Really beautiful scene. And what I'm actually going to attempt to do is get a shot with my drone up high, looking down through the steam, and hopefully get somebody walking along the trail so it looks like this mystical world. So I'm not disappointed. I'll come here any day of the week. Like I said, there's a saying in Australia, the worst day fishing is better than the best day in the office. So even though I can't get up the mountain at this stage, I'm still happy to be here. Hey, come on, look at that. Anyway, I'm going to get around to these steamy sections and see if I can get that shot. So I've made it to this mountain here, this clay mountain, and it's just got steam coming out of it. And I think I'm actually going to stay here for a bit, and I'm actually going to get a shot with the DSLR. Do a bit of a slow shutter speed so I just get that bit of a movement in the mist. This is otherworldly, it really is. It's just something else. And the thing is, it's silent. Listen. Silence. You can't hear a thing. There is not a breath of wind, and it's just beautiful. Just yourself and nature. You're showing off too much, Iceland. Anyway, let's get a picture. I'm set up with I've got the 16 to 35mm Nikon on the front of my Nikon D810. I'm set at 35mm. I've got a landscape polarizer on the front, and I've just got a 2-stop ND graduated filter just to take that edge off the top of the sky. In terms of ISO, I've actually dropped it right down to 64 ISO. And I've actually pushed it up to f18 just so I can get that bit of movement. So I'm at about just under a second for the exposure. so I can get that bit of movement. Actually, I'm just going to grab this quickly, because the steam is just starting to rise up the top of the mountain there. I hadn't seen that before. I just want to get that movement. Here we go. Yep, that's it. So I've made it to the base here where all the steam is coming out. It's kind of crazy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put the drone up and see what type of still shots I can get from above the steam. So I've got the drone right up above me now at about 50 meters above the ground. Got this beautiful shot looking straight down on top of this steaming geyser here. A bit of a road that S's up into the mountains. So what I'm going to do is just going to grab a shot here. Here we go. And beautiful. That's the great thing about having a drone. You get all these different aspects of landscape photography. You can put it up right up above, looking straight down on the earth. Well, I came here today hoping to get back up that mountain to get that one shot I was really, really wanting. But instead I got something better. I got to see this fantastic landscape. It was almost like Earth had just been created. And I also got a chance to do a selfie, and I'm really happy with it. I'm actually happier with that than what I would have got from up there. Well, from disappointment to sheer exuberation, all within the space of about 10 minutes. And that is Iceland. Iceland is like that. The weather just turns on a dime, and you know, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words. I'm speechless, but I'm so happy with that. I got some great shots thanks to this drone, different aspect from the drone. Oh, Iceland, it just doesn't get any better. So that's it. That's my last day in Iceland, and I made the absolute most out of it. And I tell you, I really went for it, and I'm really happy. What a day. Perfect weather, great for drone flying. Got some great drone shots around the Highlands here. But yeah, wow. Iceland. What can I say about Iceland? It's a country where the people are very proud of their heritage, of their land, and they're very passionate about their land too. But I will say this about the Icelandic people: they are some of the most friendliest people I have ever met on this planet. They will go out of their way to help you, to direct you, and just to welcome you. So yeah, great place to come and visit Iceland. I'm so lucky, so blessed to have been here. I've got some magic shots, and yeah, wow, what a day. Thank you, Iceland.